Hey there. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to be doing a quick little fun yumminess.
I'm very impressed how you come up with these recipes, okay?
Listen, I'm impressed. Well, I have to sit down and watch like 1,000 TikTok cooking videos, and then I just come up with my own. So I seen this one like we did the last time with, it was supposed to be with the Nutella, but we did it with peanut butter. A little bit by mistake because I forgot to pick up Nutella, and a little bit because it really is healthier. And so cream cheese in itself isn't too terribly bad for you. And so, well, maybe when we add this sugar, it might not be as good, but you could add honey.
Okay.
You know, you could do a little drizzle of honey. That would be actually pretty good.
Okay. Yeah,
probably even better. But I'm kind of going like a little bit on a churro-ish kind of vibe, I guess. So hopefully it's going to be good, because the one fun thing for me about watching the videos and stuff that I kind of get thoughts and come up with is I just a lot of times make them my own, and we don't try them a lot. I've not tried this, so anything that we do sometimes, well, most things that we do, I don't even try them at home. So you just get the raw version of whatever. So today I took our like I use a lot of time the Extreme Wellness here. I like these, and because they are high fiber, they're zero net carbs, and they are a little more healthy, but the fiber is what makes them kind of healthier. And then cream cheese, it doesn't have, a whole lot of carbs and stuff like that. It probably will when I put the sugar on it. But I just grabbed some of the sugar packets, and all I'm going to do, I'm sure you could use it out of the bag, but all I'm going to do is just kind of sprinkle this package of sugar. You don't have to use the whole thing if you don't want to, whatever you want to do. And I'm probably not going to use the whole thing. And then I'll just take my cinnamon, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle, because, well, you know, people love cinnamon. It's so yummy, right?
So it's cinnamon, not cinnamon sugar.
Right.
The sugar replaces
You
that.
can mix the cinnamon and the sugar. You could do that. But I use cinnamon. A lot of times I will take some bread and put some honey on it.
Okay.
And I'll take cinnamon, and I'll take cayenne pepper, and I'll just sprinkle a little bit of that on there, just because it's kind of healthy for your blood sugar, your heart, and all that good stuff. So
the cayenne pepper is
cayenne and the cinnamon is good for the blood sugar. So, and then all I'm going to do is just kind of take this little fork here. You could do it with a knife, whatever. I had a fork, so that's what we used. And I'm just kind of mixing that in just a little bit to get it. I'm going to put a little more cinnamon here on the bottom. It's got the sugar in it. I probably at home would use a little drizzles of honey.
Okay.
But sugar's what I had, so it's what we use. And then I'm just gonna get all the yummy goodness in there that I can get. Then we're gonna fold this up, because it's literally gonna go in the toaster, right? So you fold it on the sides there, and then you fold it in half, and then I flatten it a little bit if it's going to go in through the toaster, because I want to be able to get it out.
Right, and then it's held together a little bit easier. Okay.
And then it's held together, and we're just going to pop that down and hope for the best. Anyhow, we've been talking this month about like purpose and how God's ordained us, how we can have human moments, how God loves us through our human moments, and how we are called and we are chosen by Him, and that our humanness does not negate the calling. It does not negate purpose. It just makes us human, that we are, and that God created us. But we all go through some really, really tough times. Some people perceive tough times tougher than others. Some people are built different. But at any rate, we do have a promise. One of the scriptures that I have leaned on so much in the last few years is Isaiah 41:10. And it says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. And then it goes on to say that I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Our righteousness is as filthy rags, but His righteousness, He upholds us. We are not just failing in a moment, we're being held in the moment of failure, right? We're not just getting through a moment. We're being held in the moment of just getting through. And I think that people have a ideology about ministers,
Right.
about people who profess to be Christians in people's minds, even Christians who believe what they believe about themselves, is that everything is sunshine and roses, little fat baby cheeks and cuteness and all of that when you get in the ministry. And that is so very not true. Ministers and Christians are just as human as those who don't profess Christianity.
Right. Right. And it's interesting because you have a lot of people say, well, if there is a God and he's with you, why are you going through this? Well, I mean, there's sin in the world. There's ugliness in the world. And God did not create that. He did not, want that to happen. But he's always with us. And I have that actually on a cross sitting right by my coffee maker, so I see it every morning, that he's there and his righteousness will prevail in the end. It may be difficult to see sometimes, especially with some of the situations that people go through, situations that they can't help, that were brought on them, that it's got to be his righteousness and our trust in him to get through that.
Well, and like you said, sometimes people don't have a choice for where they're at. They might have some choices, obviously, in the way that they perceive their outcome or their victory. I do believe that our mouth and our thinking and all of that plays into that. Our outlook and our outcome. I do believe that, absolutely. I do believe that we can pray and prayer changes situations,
Right.
absolutely. But sometimes people are just in situations that they truly have no control over. What we can control, like I said, is the way that we handle it, right?
Right.
It doesn't mean that we're going to handle it perfect every time. I cannot sit here and say that as a pastor's wife, a pastor, a minister, a mother, a human, a nail tech, a massage therapist, or whatever, that every situation that I've found myself in, that it has been handled with the utmost of grace, the utmost of faith, the utmost of trust, because that would be not true,
Right. Right.
But what is true is I didn't sit there and let it defeat me.
Right. You didn't like dwell in the negativity of it, or and like I said once before, it's okay to cry out to God. It's okay to share your sorrows with him, but he's always there to pick you up and move you forward, and to know that there will be an end, and in the end he does prevail. And at our human side, it's challenging at times on that, but the good thing is, if anybody moved, it wasn't him, it was us. We just have to move back towards him, knowing that he's always there. And yes, it's it is way easier said than done at times, but if we just keep placing him first, keep knowing that he's there, that he's going to bring us through, it tends to change our attitude and mold us more towards him.
And if we realize that we're being held by his righteous hand, and we're being held, his righteous hand is protection, it's love, it's security, right? And a lot of times, a lot of us can believe in the love of the Father. There's a lot of scriptures about love and security and all of that. But sometimes it's harder for somebody who feels in a spot to feel secure and trust in the security of the Father. But he didn't leave us fatherless. He didn't forsake us. He said, I'll go with you to the end.
Yes.
If we can believe any scripture, we believe them all. And if we know that he loves and he forgives, we also have to know that he protects, he shields. And in Psalms 91:1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And there's never been a shadow of the Father who is not protecting. That means that he is there all these things can make, light can make shadows appear bigger. It can make it appear smaller depending on the angle, right?
Right.
But if we know that we're in the palm of his hand, it doesn't matter what angle the darkness is. It doesn't matter what angle even the light is. If we're in the shadow of the Almighty, we are protected.
Right. And it's kind of like a perspective. Something closer to the camera is going to appear bigger, and something further, of course, is not. But you have to, like I said, take that in perspective of where it is, just like we have to take into perspective where we are with him.
Right.
And knowing that sometimes that shadow, it's not darkness, because light has to come, and maybe he's protecting us underneath his wing. A lot of times I'll say, will you take your army of angels and protect this person, or, as you're guiding them, knowing that, like I said, he's always there. It's just for us, for the asking, and us believing that it's okay to take that.
And we don't even have to hold it all together.
Nope.
Because he's holding us. It's okay to be human. I think this whole month, the theme is, like we said, it's purpose and stuff, but it's also being okay with being human, being okay with being raw, being okay with being vulnerable sometimes, not to a fault.
Right.
Don't lay there in it. That's been a part of our theme too, is don't stay there, but don't kick yourself when you have a human moment. He's there. One of the things I had is his grip on us is stronger than our grip on him, right? If we feel like we're losing grip, he's not losing grip.
And it's interesting because we might slip and fall at times. He's never.
He's not.
He's never. You always see those shows where they're dangling from the cliff and holding on. That pretty much physically is not going to happen. But with him, it's always going to happen.
Always with him. He's always got us, no matter where we're at. Well, let's see. I bet these are so yummy. I'm going to taste this even on camera because, well, I feel the need.
Tell me if you can taste the cinnamon and the sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Really? And cream cheese is okay warm like that? It's good?
Yes.
Okay.
Not only is it okay warm like that, it's actually
Tasty?
almost comforting.
Okay.
But it's creamier. I would maybe add a little more cinnamon because I like cinnamon.
Okay.
And I would definitely do honey. The sugar's there, but I don't really taste it. I think honey is sweeter and it's better for you.
So get rid of the sugar and just do the honey instead?
I would get rid of the sugar and do the honey. Now I don't know how well it'll do in the oven. I mean in the toaster. But
so now you guys
I
try
actually
it
put
home.
this on twice though.
Okay.
I dipped it twice.
Okay. But try it at home, and then in our comment section, let us know what you like better, the sugar or the honey.
Thank you. Have a great day on purpose.